Fast and Furious. Did you hear that they might do a spin-off with The Rock and Statham?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
But do you know the other news is that's because they're already closing it up?
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they need to. Actually, I was discussing this.
This is like the start of a trilogy. So there's 2 more and that's it.
Oh, nice. Okay. I was talking to some guys at work and they were saying how The Rock is so big that he can go and do his Hobbs thing. Yeah. And I think people see it. And I think Statham just adding to that would be awesome. Yeah. Now, they were discussing, can Vin Diesel carry just the Furious films on his own? And I said, unfortunately, I think Diesel and Brian were together. Yeah. Sorry, I'm calling him Brian.
Paul Walker.
They were the duo and they carried those films. And unfortunately now Walker's not there. Unless
they clone him.
Unless they clone him. Technically he's almost got a clone of his twin brother.
That's true.
But no, unfortunately, I really do like Vin Diesel, even though I know he's cheesy, whatever. Yeah. But I don't think he can carry the films on his own. I think now Walker's gone. I think that duo's gone. Whereas I do think as Rock as Hobbs and maybe Statham stuff, they could go off and do something. Yeah. So yeah, it was just like, and also there's that whole. Do you know The Rock and I don't know a lot about this, and you might know more, but The Rock and Vin Diesel have got like a serious.
Yeah, Rock doesn't like him. Yeah.
Why don't they like each other? There was some kind of
just a fights and stuff.
Okay, but yeah,
I just from what I guess, like Rock just kind of thinks Vin Diesel's a bit ungrateful, right? Kind of pretentious or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
You know, The Rock, he's this kind of guy like.
Yeah,
he loves all his fans and all that.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. But yeah,
but they just made $1 billion movie, so they're all friends.
Oh yeah, and they're going to definitely do 2 more for sure.
2 more for sure, and then maybe reboot it again.
Yeah, but yeah.
Did you watch the Riddick movies?
I watched all of them, but I haven't seen Pitch Black.
I haven't seen it either. Yeah.
I want to see Pitch Black, but I've seen the.
I'm just thinking like those are movies that Vin Diesel went off by himself and he said, "I'm gonna be the star. I'm gonna rule everything." Yeah. I was like, they didn't do so great, did they?
He's a big gamer as well, and he actually helped make the computer games because there's a computer game Chronicles of Riddick as well.
Yeah, and he likes Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, World of Warcraft and all that.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. When I hear that from him, I'm like, I guess he's pretty cool.
Yeah,
but then you hear the other stuff, you're like, I guess he's a bit of a dickhead.
I know. Actually, funny thing is, I started following him on Instagram and The Rock around the same time. I had no idea about that feud. Yeah. And I slowly just took off Diesel because he would post 3 or 4 things a day. Yeah. And it was just mindless bollocks. Yeah. Whereas when The Rock posts something, maybe once a day, twice a day, it's meaningful. It's usually, like you said, him and a fan saying like, these guys have been waiting outside. I decided to come out, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how that guy gets everything done. Because he goes to the gym.
Scares the crap out of me. That man.
Nuts.
Yeah. He works so hard.
He really does, yeah. And
the one I know following him from Instagram now, being his Instagram stalkers, he just finished the HBO show Ballers.
Yeah, that's right.
He gets to go home for a week.
Yeah.
And then he flies off to do Rampage, the movie.
Yeah, what's
a
going
week.
on here?
He's got a week between a show and the movie.
Yeah.
And then he's got the TV show that just came out, the Rock and a Hard Place on HBO.
Right.
Then he's got a show on CNN about music and history that he's produced.
Yeah.
Then he's got Fate and the Furious. That's out. He's doing all the press for that.
Yeah.
And then he brought out some Under Armour clothing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then
did you mention Jumanji?
Yeah, and then then they're studying Jumanji. But as I was saying, then they're going to have to start prepping for Baywatch. Yeah, which is coming out as well.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what is this?
I know.
How is this man physically capable of this?
Yeah, hopefully he's not. Well, he is kind of following the trap of he's doing a lot, but like, as in film wise, you're like, oh, he's in everything now. Yeah. But eventually that will kind of die down. Yeah. And he'll.
But the man's nearly 50 years old.
I know. It's nuts.
And last year he made $64 million.
Wow.
So when someone says to me they've made that much money and they're that age, and they're still working that hard, how can you not respect them?
No, I know. Totally.
And then, like you said, the best thing about him is he'll turn around and he'll just say, spend 20 minutes with the fans.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's
While he's doing all that shit, and you're just like, oh, I got to put some time in.
Big time. Yeah, he'll grab his phone and he'll be like, oh, I'm doing this. Oh, these guys have been out here. Yeah. He'll like prank Kevin Hart, at Jumanji and stuff like that. Like, that's just awesome. And even though I know some of it's staged because it's his Instagram or whatever it is, he's still a genuine guy and he's doing that.
Well, that's the thing about his Instagram that everyone wants to copy is that he runs his Instagram. He doesn't have anybody else running his Instagram.
Yeah.
So everything that he posts is him.
Right.
And he's so big now. I think it's like 50 million followers.
He is, yeah.
Like that's the biggest thing people get from the movie studios.
Yeah.
So the marketing department turn around and go, ooh, we should get him to post about the new Baywatch
exactly.
before the trailer.
Yeah.
because his tweet or his Instagram will get more attention than the trailer will on its own.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I know. Good for him.
This is our new podcast, The Rock. We love The Rock.
No, I do. Did
you see the latest thing with him at Jimmy Fallon?
I don't think so.
It was like 2 weeks ago for Fate and the Furious.
Okay.
Fate of the Furious. Fatal Furious, whatever. They went to Universal Orlando. So the Tonight Show's got a ride at Universal Orlando or something.
Yeah, I know. I heard about that.
That just made no sense to me.
It's Jimmy. He basically does all the voices and stuff there. But anyway,
I don't know. But Jimmy's his own thing. But Jimmy and The Rock are kind of competitive.
Sure.
So what they did is they had this contest where they would dress up like in those big mannequin suits.
Oh, I think I did see it. And they were behind people taking photos.
The first thing was that they would walk. They had like a 2-minute walk or something, like a 90-second walk. Whatever. It was like a couple of minutes. They had to walk from one place to the other in the suits.
How many high fives or something?
How many high fives and hugs and all that.
It was great.
But then they did all the photos with people and they'd sneak out behind them in the curtains.
Yeah. I actually...
But did you see the guy who was...
a big fan.
The big fan.
Yeah.
He just
that was
broke down.
Awesome. That was awesome. The only thing that kind of annoyed me... I like the picture thing because then they took the head off. But when they were walking around getting high fives, I was just like, that's a big... kind of piss take because he's actually under there. And it doesn't feel the same. Like if I was walking around there and I went high five, someone trying to be The Rock.
Yeah.
Now obviously if I knew after, I'd be like, oh my god,
that was The Rock.
But if he took his head off after every high five, it would be all right.
But that was the contest because if they had it.
I know.
They had it, because at the end of it, do you remember they had the barricades up?
Yeah, I think so.
When they were. It was like right at the very end, and they're like, "Okay, we're going into the studio," and then we take the heads off, and they're shaking hands and all that. And they're doing the final count.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Because there was like 3,000 people.
That was a lot. Yeah.
Because once you know it's The Rock, you're just like,
yeah. It was good because the guy was actually wearing The Rock's brand.
Yeah, tattoos and all that.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I see stuff like that, I start crying. Like, it's just magic. Like that was the best thing about that is you couldn't plan that. You couldn't fake that.
No way.
Because the guy was just like, "Oh, The Rock, man, he's been my hero since I was 5 years old."
I think that guy was British as well.
Yeah, he was. And then you just think like, you just can't plan that. It's so good. Like for him just to be like,
The Rock was pretty blown away. He was like, okay, I know he's wearing my t-shirt, but oh god, I'm on his leg. And then suddenly his wife's just like, no, you don't understand.
You don't understand. That was cool. I don't know where we are anymore. We're just talking about how much we love The Rock.
I know. I've got 2 more on my movie list.
Go.
Just a small one, and we don't have to go crazy on it. But do you hear about the scar on Kylo Ren's face?
No, they've moved it or something.
They made it like 4 times bigger.
No, they made it bigger.
I don't really care.
Don't care.
I'm just commenting on it because everyone was kicking up a fuss.
Yeah.
And then the director had to
explain it.
Because they were like, oh, I've paused the trailer and it looks so much bigger.
It's April.
Yeah.
It's coming out in December. God, lads, just
give
it a break.
That's what people are talking about. And then the last one was.
I guess we are not people then.
No. Well, we're just brushing across it.
Yeah.
The last one.
Good. He has a scar. Good. Great.
Last one which I find really interesting because we were talking about this on the weekend, and this just came out apparently like an hour or 2 before the podcast.
Right.
But
more hot news.
Avengers 4, which is after Infinity Wars, title is not going to be released until very, very soon before the film comes out because of a huge spoiler. So the Avengers 4 title for it is a huge spoiler.
So
and you can't announce the title of it until way after
Infinity War.
So, which makes me think
someone's
that
dead.
It's dead and the title has revenge in it.
So if you listen to...
Or something like that. You know what I mean?
If you listen to our Doctor Strange commentary, we have a talk about who could be dead. So you predicted
the future there.
I predicted,
so that's, Avengers 4 title will be a huge spoiler.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what it said.
Yeah.
We won't know what that title is because we're going to be watching Infinity Wars.
Yeah.
After you watch Infinity War, then they're going to announce the title maybe like 6 months after.
The return of...
And it's going to make sense.
It's a return or a revenge.
Revenge of Stark or whatever,
The rebirth, revenge.
So, exactly. They can't say that because of that. It's pretty much...
Bruce Banner's back, baby. So that's the name. BBBB.
That has pretty much confirmed that something like that's going to happen. Do you think it's still going to be Stark? Do you reckon it's going to be Captain America? Because doesn't Captain America get his shield smashed? Could he not just go? Because he's the leader.
He got smashed in the comic. So, in the comic, everyone got killed.
Yeah. Well, also, I guess in Stark's...
I think killing Stark is the best thing to do.
I agree as well. Because he's like, everyone's really looks up to him as well. And he's been there.
He's the smartest one.
He'll be the most impactful for the audience as well.
Yeah.
Though I do feel like they've done such a good job. If anyone went, it would be a massive.
Because Iron Man's the most popular, just like Batman is for DC.
Yeah.
He's always the one who has to solve the problem.
Yeah.
Like he's the one who keeps the Avengers going, or he defeats the nuclear bomb, or he makes Ultron, which is stupid, but he did it. You know, killing him's like the big shock.
But you know that if he goes, he's sending like a nuke.
Yeah.
You know, he's not going to go just like, see you later, guys, like that. He's basically it's going to be.
Imagine you just kill him in the first 2 minutes. Just snap his neck, and everyone would be like, "What?"
No, I can see him. You know, like remember in Avengers where the Hulk goes, "I'm always angry," and like smashes up or whatever. Remember when he like delivers the nuke, like Iron Man? Yeah. I can see it being something like either something very like passionate like that, and he goes and he delivers that nuke. Or I can just see him being like, "This is the only way to do it," and he's got like 4 nukes strapped to him. And he's like, "I'm going right into it. I'm going right into him, and when I do, you take the glove or whatever." I can see like him. Everyone's like, "Don't fucking do it." He goes in. Yeah. Massive explosion, but the gauntlet comes off or whatever.
Yeah, he's just still standing there.
And
then
just
like, what you
the end of it is just like Captain America with the gauntlet.
Right.
Like, fuck. You know.
There's so many ways to go. Yeah.
Yeah. But
that would be a good thing. Like if they recreate that kind of Avengers feel. I'd be like. And then it blows up, and then you think he's getting away. It's like, oh, he's done this before. Yeah. And he doesn't.
Yeah.
Everyone will be like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Tony.
Are we putting that on the line? Are we saying Stark?
I'm gonna say Tony.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else. Like, it doesn't matter if someone else gets killed except for Tony or
I can
Captain
just see
America.
it happening. I can just see it happening.
Like, you don't want to kill War Machine because you've already crippled him.
Yeah, he's not big enough.
He's not big enough. Vision's not big enough.
It's almost like it's almost like The Walking Dead. You know, when we were talking about Negan, we were like, who can he kill? Smash?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
It's like, who cares? It's like we care about this person. He's going to get like a medium person, which was Abraham, and we're going to get a big guy that was Glenn. Yeah. So it's like with this, it's like one person's going to go, maybe 2. We don't know. But the big guy is probably going to be Stark. So
because I was saying like Stark and Cap get replaced by Captain Marvel and Doctor Strange. So one of them should die.
Do you reckon both?
I don't think you can kill Captain America. I genuinely don't think you can kill him.
Okay.
Just in the sense of like, especially now with Trump in office, he would go nuts. He'd bomb Marvel's headquarters. I just there's something about that character which is like he got killed in the Civil War comic.
Sure.
And it was such a big deal. Like it made world news. Just like when they killed Superman. Yeah. I just don't think you can kill him.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that's a quick shit you can take on a BVS. Like they killed Superman. No one gave a fuck. Or was that just me that I miss?
It was just rushed at the end because they needed to fit in. Yeah. Yeah, it was very kind of like, just have a little.
But like if we turn around and, we watch Infinity War and the next day Robert Downey Jr., he's killed, Iron Man's dead, like everyone will talk about that.
The thing is, Iron Man and Captain America are humans and they can die. Yeah. Superman is too powerful to die. I think they would have done a better job if they banished him to the Phantom Zone or something like that. Because then like, shit, he's actually banished. Yeah. Like, he's still got his powers. He's still there, but he's banished. Whereas killing, it's just like, it's Superman. Yeah. Like, he's going to be back. Like, whereas Captain America and Iron Man... I think
he's just too iconic. Like, Iron Man dying feels okay. Yeah. Like, you can tell your kids that.
But he can also die. Dead. He's still a human. Yeah. It's like Batman. He's still a human.
Oh, yeah, he's still a human. But I just think that Captain America's... The Superman thing of, like, you can't kill Captain America.
100% they're not going to kill both of them because both of them are leaders. Like, Captain America technically is the leader of the group, but so is Iron Man in a way. So you can't take out both leaders. I think what will happen is
the talk we were talking about.
They'll take Stark and then Captain America
will come back.
Even though he is already the leader, he'll step up even more. And because of that feud they've had in the last Civil War, he'll be like, I
let him down.
This seriously is personal.
But then that could, when you say that, they could flip it and do the thing of
America
dies and makes Tony realize he fucked up.
Maybe America does die when there might be a lesson.
Yeah, there's a lesson in there for America.
No, I do.
That's agree. Interesting. I didn't hear about that news.
Yeah, I think it was. I only read it 2 hours before this podcast, but just basically saying it's going to be a spoiler. But I thought it was interesting because we were chatting about it on the weekend. But that's it for my movies.
I have some movies that go into the superheroes as well.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, everyone's probably seen this already, but Josh Whedon, as you call him, Joss as everyone else calls him. Yeah. Joss Whedon, he was on the red carpet, I think, for Guardians.
Okay.
And they were asking him about Batgirl. So he's doing Batgirl. I thought it was just a rumor, but he's doing it.
Oh, sweet.
He's writing it at the moment, and they were asking her, who are you going to cast?
Yeah.
And he just said, well, blah, blah, nobody.
That's going to do well.
So he says he doesn't want an actress. He doesn't want a named actress. He wants an actress, but he doesn't want someone that you recognize.
Sure.
Because he thinks that's not the character. So he's still writing the script, and once he has the script, he's going to look for the girl. The girl's probably going to be an unknown.
Okay.
So
interesting.
I think that's going to be
a
good thing for DC.
Yeah.
Who kind of like, well, we don't have a good story, so we'll just put famous people in.
Yeah.
It's like maybe just get a good story, and then it doesn't matter who you've got in.
Yeah.
So there's that. So yeah, there's not much to talk about there in terms of what's going on, but I'm glad he's doing Batgirl.
Yeah.
I'm surprised as fuck that he's doing it, but that's where he is.
You never know these days. So
I'm
quite excited for that, actually.
Yeah.
So you reckon Affleck will obviously be?
Well, everyone's still saying Affleck might drop out after Justice League.
Yeah.
I don't know. Justice League is going to change everything.
Yeah.
For good or bad.
Yeah, we don't know.
Because if it's shit, all the directors who come after that can just be like, can we just throw this out?
Yeah.
Can I just, like, Matt Reeves is doing the Batman movie, just like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that Batman. I don't like anything about it.
Sure.
I'm doing this Batman. And Joss Whedon can be the same because he has to deal with Batman.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm not doing that Batman.
Yeah, I think Wonder Woman and Justice League will kind of pave a bit of that way.
Yeah.
And then,
it's going to be a busy couple of months.
So, yeah, it's definitely like I was listening to the radio this morning, and like if you're not into superhero films, and we obviously are, but if you're not, it must seem crazy to the average Joe, just like how many bloody films there are, because there's Spider-Man coming out, there's Guardians of the Galaxy 2 coming out, there's Thor,
Spider-Man,
then there's Justice League, and there's Wonder Woman
and Thor.
We're just repeating ourselves.
Guardians. What are we
but
saying?
Yeah, for them, they're just for them, they all kind of blend into one, and they're not actually telling the difference between a DC or a Marvel one either. And they're like, oh, there's so many of them. That's why I was listening to the radio this morning, and the host mentioned Deadpool and Logan because they were R-rated. But he was like, those were actually stick out movies for him, just because I guess the R-rated, but also because they were great and they were funny, and like Deadpool was funny and stuff, and Logan was like written well or acted well and stuff. But
and for the real hardcore guys, it's different.
Yeah, but those stuck out to him. Yeah. Where he was just like, he probably forgot about Guardians of the Galaxy or Thor or whatever, because he's like, those are the same films, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or,
X-Men. Like that's the thing. Your missus mentioned on the weekend, said, "Oh, I like that one. That one's from Marvel. Did a good job there." Or Marvel's. She said something like, "One of them screwed up."
Yeah.
And just in my head, I was like, "That wasn't Marvel."
Yeah.
Because people don't understand how
it was Fantastic Four.
Yeah, like the rights for certain Marvel characters don't operate under the Marvel studio.
Yeah.
But they still have the right to put Marvel before the movie.
Yeah.
So if you go to see X-Men, Marvel comes up before it.
Sure. But
technically, it's not a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
So now, when we're watching Strange, they've changed it so now they say Marvel Studios movies.
Yeah. Because that was the first time that I noticed that.
That's the first one that has it.
Right.
Because they're kind of like, we have to really separate from
distinguish ourselves.
Yeah, because otherwise people will go see Fantastic Four.
Right.
Like, oh, Marvel fucked up there.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that wasn't us.
It's almost like Pixar, Pixar, Disney.
Yeah.
Because Disney now do their own 3D animated.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, this is Pixar?
Yeah, like back in the day, people were like, oh, did you see that new Pixar film? And they mentioned, whatever. It's like, no, that wasn't Pixar.
Yeah.
Because people naturally just think 3D animated.
Totally.
It's Pixar. Yeah. It's like, no, Pixar only do these ones.
Yeah.
So like for big film guys like me, he's like, no, you're getting it wrong.
Totally.
But for the general public, it's like, superhero.
Yeah.
That one has a cape. That one has a mask.
That one's dead?
Is America dead? I saw the one where America's dead. It was a good one.
Yeah, no, but bring her on. Bring her on, Batgirl.
So we got Guardians this month.
Yeah.
And then we got Wonder Woman next month.
Oh, is that next month? Yeah.
And June 2nd or something's coming out.
Okay.
So it's gonna be an awkward time if that movie's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you got July, August, September, October, November until Justice League is out.
I'm still holding on, thinking I'll be alright. So
still believing. I watched the trailer the other day.
Yeah.
She doesn't say anything.
She doesn't say anything.
I'm just leaving it there.
Yeah.
We're gonna see it. We'll do our review. We don't take what other people say reviews. We'll go in, we'll come out, we'll tell everyone what we think.
Totally.
But she doesn't say anything in the fucking trailer.
Can you imagine if she doesn't say anything in the film? The whole film. Hello?
The other news I have is a little thing for me. Have you ever read the book Fahrenheit 451?
No, I know of it, but
I love it. Real great book.
Okay.
They're doing a TV adaptation of it.
Oh, cool.
It's got Michael Shannon in it.
Okay.
Who was going to be
He was
Cable.
going to be Cable, yeah.
Yeah, and he was in Man of Steel. So there's our transition.
Yeah.
So we divert our way over there. And it's also got Michael B. Jordan in it.
Okay.
Who's Creed.
Yeah.
And he's also going to be in Black Panther. So you see, I've got everything in there.
Oh, is he going to be in Black Panther? Oh, that's cool.
He's not Black Panther, obviously.
No,
but he's going to be in it.
Oh, cool.
So they're going to do Fahrenheit 451 and it's on HBO.
Nice.
So those 4 things together
make
me very happy to hear.
Oh, very nice.
Anytime HBO are doing something you know is going to be good.
Yeah.
And 451 is such a brilliant book, and then those 2 are great actors.
It's going to be a busy summer because we got Game of Thrones in July. July as well. So we're going to have to do something there as well. Yeah. Like that Battle of the Bastards is so good. And
what do you think we do? The Battle of the Bastards, and then we do the very first episode.
Yeah.
And then we do the very last episode that we're on.
Yeah.
Season 6, the finale.
Yeah.
So that'll be 3 episodes commentary.
Yeah,
because they're only an hour. Less than
Battle
an
of the
hour,
Bastards is basically a film.
Yeah.
But it is an hour, but it's like movie quality.
I'm trying to think of
Super good.
Yeah, and then we can just have an episode and we'll just do like our best and favorite moments as we go through the series. Because there's a lot I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
And I like it. I've read the book.
No, I know.
I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
And it's finishing up only 2 more seasons. And I think there are 6 and 8 episodes in each or something.
Yeah.
So
we'll do that in June.
Yeah.
We'll do it after Wonder Woman to pick ourselves up.
Yeah.
No, I'm still believing. It could still be good.
We got E3 in June as well.
It's true, yeah.
So we've got...
But she doesn't say a fucking word in the trailer.
You're going to count the amount of words she says in the film, aren't you? She said 7 things.
She could say nothing, but just please have some on-screen.
Is she still in? Is she in the new Fast and Furious?
No. They just mention her.
Okay.
Like, hey Dom. What was that, Dom?
She's wearing this gold-plated armor. I don't know why I sound like an old man. But...
That's your Dom impression. Sound like I'm doing this for Brian.
We've officially lost it.
It's gone. We've hit the crazy point in the show.
Just when you think you hit rock bottom, we start the drill and we start going down further.
I thought you were going to make a rock bottom joke there. Rock bottom!
Oh.
Rock bottom! Rock bottom! Anyway, what were you saying?
I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, we both just went crazy.
You just went...
Yeah, so that's the only other thing I have was that Fahrenheit 451.
Nice.
Oh, no, there's one thing. I don't know if you watch it. X-Files.
They're
doing another...
Don't mind it. Yeah.
Like they did the 6 episodes or whatever?
Yeah, recently.
They're doing a 10-episode one.
Oh, sweet. When's that?
Coming out next year.
Oh, okay.
And then I saw that teaser for Krypton.
Yes. Krypton. It looks a bit teeny boppy, to be honest. It looks a little bit...
It looks like a Smallville-ish...
Yeah.
Kind of like teen, like we're in love, we're going to fight the bad guy.
Yeah, it does.
But it's on a freaking sci-fi planet.
I know,
I'm like, this...
Can they pull that off?
Everything they're showing me, I'm thinking that's the pilot.
I know.
Where they have the money.
Yeah.
When you don't have the money.
Completely agree. And then you're going to be...
Oh, this is the Earth simulator. It makes it look like Earth, where I'm going to send my grandson, Kal-El. So then they can just set everything in bloody downtown Toronto.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it does look like budget might be an issue.
Yeah, so, that's why you don't have good sci-fi on TV
as a freaking TV show. Yeah,
it's why Star Trek is like, okay, everything's taking place on the ship.
Yeah.
And on the planets that are like one set, and like a few rocks that we can move around.
Season finale will go down to
a season finale. We'll go out to the greens outside of California. Yeah, and we'll shoot there for the day.
It's like, so if we do this, then the next 6 episodes have to be on board the bridge.
Yeah,
do it.
Like you mentioned like what's the best sci-fi on TV? Westworld.
Yeah.
There's nothing sci-fi in Westworld.
It's true.
Glass and naked people. That's sci-fi in Westworld.
When we were watching Prometheus as well, though, Stargate came up. I love Stargate. The film Stargate. I love the film. SG-1 was great as well. But the film is good.
Do you want to do a commentary on the film?
Yeah, it's good, man. This is what we're going to do.
They just keep telling us what they're going to do next week. Do something now, you idiots.
Tune in with those radios.
That's about all I have in terms of film and TV. That's the end of the show, isn't it?
That's all I've got in me.
That's all I've got in me.
Apart from some gaming.